Joker.
Joker. Not the Joker.
Not the Joker.
Joker.
Are you having any negative thoughts?
Yeah, we went into it, millennial guns blazing, ready to fling snowflakes out like this. Do you want any popcorn? Shut the fuck up, bitch. But anyway, the credits rolled, and
we were both really enjoyed it. It was a proper spectacle, and I think it's worth starting by saying that, because we're going to go into a lot of debate now about the content of the film.
It's easy when you're watching something to get caught up in the moment and kind of ignore things that you need to be thinking about. First thing we can address, Joaqiun Phoenix was absolutely, like, insanely brilliant. I haven't seen an acting performance that good in years.
It was completely anchored by him and his ability to completely change the tone with just a facial expression. Mm-hmm. You know, it's often not the words that moved the story forward or kind of generate suspense.
Probably could have...
Hello, it's Janessa from... call centre.
From Planned Parenthood.
Yeah, right. What you trying to see?
Hello, Mr. Russell. I'm just calling about your job.
It looked great, didn't it?
Yeah, even if the tone wasn't completely original, you know, a lot of people are kicking off saying that it was way too copycat of Taxi Driver.
In fact, Todd Phillips got Joaquin Phoenix on board by saying that this is not a superhero film, it's just disguised as one. That's how he got him to play the Joker and sort of take the role seriously. And to an extent that's true, but I do think it will still satisfy DC fans, even though Alex didn't know that Bruce Wayne was Batman until I explained at the end.
I've never seen Batman! That was one of the really great things about this movie, that it's not exclusive. It will still make you, like, ooh, giggle a little bit if you like Batman and you want to see him as a little boy, you know, like, with his coconut head.
Like I had. The real difference is that this is fundamentally a character story that doesn't rely on superpowers or special effects. It's a far more captivating watch for the world that the main character's created and his perception of the other characters around him than many of its other kind of contemporaries.
Okay.
Can I have the question again, please?
Really, almost all of it could be a real life story, couldn't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's not like a...
It's not... Yeah. My metallic fire-breathing legs are gonna send us to the sky.
Although that is the great thing about it, it's focusing on the mental state of somebody and a character in itself who is without all of the wings and the fire.
All of the wings.
You know Batman when he flaps. For a movie that focuses so much on the breakdown of one person, it doesn't really go deep enough.
It's, on the one hand, conversation about mental health being had here, which has caused a bit of controversy. On the second of the three hands, we have the controversy around Antifa and incels, which I think we're still kind of trying to work out where that sprang from. Yeah. And three, the 80s setting, and the three of them combining something that's relevant today. We're still a little bit confused about.
A lot of the controversy and reviews are coming from people taking things that aren't actually there. This character, Arthur, or Joker, whatever you want to call him, is not an incel. To compare him to an incel, I think, is an insult to mental illness.
Can you please stop bothering my kid?
Sorry.
It's almost dampening how dangerous incel culture can
Exactly.
be.
Yeah.
Because he's purely tortured by his own past and his inner perception of what people's intentions, and it's not a misogynistic kind of tirade against women.
Exactly. Yeah, there was probably misogyny in this film, but it wasn't purposeful of the character. Without Joaquin's Phoenix... Without Joaquin...
Joaquin's Phoenix.
Without Joaquin's good Phoenix. Without Joaquin Phoenix's performance, I think that it could be seen as glamorizing certain things, but his facial expressions and everything like that sort of made you really look at him, not pitying him, but portraying that this is still an antagonist. This is still a bad guy. Duh. Other lines were definitely stepped across, e.g. our character Gary.
Has dwarfism, and I hate to define the character by that, but that's exactly what this film does.
We had to look up his name. He is written into the script purely for a one-line laugh.
Yeah, just a couple of gags about his height. This is really the only comic outlet in a film that is otherwise extremely cynical and dark and unforgiving.
Sarah Jessica Joker.
Don't go breaking my heart! So, Robert De Niro, quite a traditional actor, obviously famous for being in Taxi Driver, interestingly is the lead, insists on doing a sat-down, round-the-table script read-through, whereas Joaqiun Phoenix flatly refused to do a round-table screening, said he was going to do all of the scenes sort of off the cuff. They kind of clashed heads a lot, and actually, although eventually Todd Phillips managed to convince Joaqiun Phoenix to do the round-table read, he did storm off for a cigarette immediately afterwards, and Robert De Niro had to, like, take him by the...
I think that you could actually tell in watching the film there was something quite unsettling about the television scene which features
It's like
both
the
Robert De
climax,
Niro and
isn't it,
Joaquin
really, yeah.
Phoenix. And although it was such an effective scene and really, really chilling, there was definitely this tension between the two that went past character tension and more into actor tension.
Murray, one small thing.
Yeah.
When you bring me out, can you introduce me as Joker?
But overall, we actually enjoyed it. And you can pick bad things out of it, but if you're going into there thinking, right, I'm just going to ignore everything that I've read about this, everything opinions, I think it is an extremely enjoyable spectacle.
Go watch it while it's in the cinema.
You turn it up a little bit, please. Oh, this is Enrique Iglesias, isn't it? Enrique Iglesias.
No, I think it's Will.i.am.
What? Oh, Will.i.am, isn't he the one that, like, plays the darts?
Yeah, the two peas in a pod.
Oh, two pieces. I need the one.